Going by press coverage alone, Donald Trump's first wife, Ivana, and his daughter with her, Ivanka, couldn't appear more different. Sure, they're both blonde, glamorous Trump women, but for as polished and rehearsed as Ivanka comes across, her mother can be brash, irreverent, and controversial. So how does that work as far as their mother-daughter relationship goes? Here's a glimpse at the dynamic between the first two women to capture the heart of the Donald. Name game. Though the K in her name is undoubtedly appreciated by copy editors everywhere, Ivanka was actually named after her mother, meaning they share the handle Ivana Marie Trump. Ivanka made the revelation on Twitter in 2010, explaining that Ivanka is actually the Czech baby name for Ivana. Her mom also spelled out the details in her 2017 memoir, Raising Trump. Ivana actually won the fight to name Ivanka, or at least that's what she claimed in an interview with ABC News.
He wanted to call Ivanka Tiffany. And I said, my dead body, she's going to be called Tiffany. She's going to be named like Ivana Maria Trump. I decided all names.
Raising Ivanka. It's well known that Donald's approach to parenting is pretty hands-off. In 2005, he told Larry King what his role would be if he ever had children with Melania.
I'm not going to be doing the diapers. I'm not going to be making the food. I may never even see the kids, frankly.
No, yo.
Okay.
Ivana concurs with Donald in raising Trump, claiming that although he was a good father to them, she's the one who deserves the credit for raising such great kids. She writes, "I was in charge of raising our children before our divorce, and I had sole custody of them after the split. I made the decisions about their education, activities, travel, childcare, and allowances." A Vanity Fair profile on the Trump half-sisters paints a slightly different picture. Ivana is described as not around much when Ivanka was growing up due to her obligations as CEO for Trump's Castle Casino in Atlantic City. In her absence, the kids were attended to by a bodyguard and two nannies, one of whom Ivanka referred to as a second mother and her closest confidant. Ivanka's role model. In her own book, Women Who Work, which examines the balancing act modern women attempt to achieve between their professional and personal lives, Ivanka cites Ivana as a personal role model. "It was my mother, unapologetically feminine in a male industry, who first embodied and defined for me what it meant to be a multidimensional woman, a woman who works at all aspects of her life." The praise doesn't stop there. In Raising Trump, Ivanka's words are often featured in block quotes like this one. "I'm immensely proud of our mother and excited that she's written this book. She is an amazing mom, teacher, and inspiration to all of us." Tough times. According to Vanity Fair, Don Jr. took Ivana and Donald's 1992 divorce the hardest, allegedly going so far as not to speak to his father for an entire year afterward. For Ivanka, who was just 9 years old at the time, the fracture of her family was, of course, very personal, but also struck a fear within her that she would no longer be associated with the powerful family name. Looking back as an adult, Ivanka now believes that considering the circumstances of the high-profile split, her parents both did a great job shielding the kids from the negative aspects. She told People in 2016, "They made a real effort to ensure that we knew that they would always be there for us and accessible to us, and it helped us through a difficult time." The other woman. Though Ivana and Ivanka seem to have made great strides in maintaining their non-traditional family unit, neither has the time of day for the woman who they believe made it that way, Marla Maples, Donald's mistress-turned-wife and mother to his youngest child, Tiffany. In that same with ABC News, Ivana pulls no punches, referring to Marla only as the showgirl.
I never accept her apology. She ruined my family and my marriage.
Ivanka's stance on her ex-stepmom is more reserved. When asked by People if she's close with Maples, Ivanka offered only a clipped response. "I'm not. She was out in California and really my relationship is with Tiffany." Golden Boy. In Raising Trump, Ivana recalls that Ivanka didn't bring home many suitors, and after Ivanka met Jared Kushner, who got Ivana's motherly seal of approval immediately, her dating life effectively came to an end. Ivana describes Jared as intelligent, good-looking, strong, and a great father. Ivana points out that Jared makes Ivanka happy, which is all she truly cares about, and that she views his frank honesty in every situation as a sign that he respects both his wife and his mother-in-law. "It takes real guts to put my daughter in her place, right in front of his mother-in-law, and I'm not your typical mother-in-law. He's either very comfortable around me, or they're comfortable being complimentary and critical of each other, or all of the above." Blonde inspiration. Ivana is quick to point out that Ivanka's elegance comes directly from her. In an interview with Time, she recalls how her daughter would sit on the bathtub rim watching her mom get dolled up every evening after ballet classes and art lessons at the Metropolitan Museum. So you could rightly assume that Ivanka's dyed blonde locks, which Ivana also sports, were just another glamour mom hand-me-down. But in another story from Raising Trump, Ivanka herself reveals that it was only after she had dyed her hair blue as part of her punk phase in the 90s that her mom dragged her to a drugstore and corrected the unforgivable gaffe with a, quote, $10 box of Nice and Easy. Ivanka says she learned to love it. "The color she picked out was actually 3 shades lighter than my natural color, and I have never looked back." Thanks for watching. Click the Nicki Swift icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.